I'm seeing more and more people starting to shoot these step or mid-rib guns for sporting clays. Now, there are quite a few available on the market at the moment. You have the K80 Pro Rib from Krieghoff, the Zolly Sport MR, and even the Blaser F3 Super Sporting. I myself have jumped on the bandwagon with one of these Caesar Guerini Invictus Ascents. So I think it's time to show you guys what it's all about. So, as I've said, I have jumped on the bandwagon with one of these step rib guns. Now, my reason for picking them was health issues related to a minor stroke that I had at the back end of 22. However, the theory behind these is why everybody now is tending to go for them, and they're becoming more and more popular. So, they come with a Monte Carlo style stock, so slightly higher in the stock, and then the step rib. What this does is this gives you a more head up, neutral shooting position, okay? Rather than pushing the head forward traditionally, as you would do, looking down and straining the eye, this brings the eye into a more neutral level position, so you are looking out the centre of the eye. It also gives you a lot better visual pickups around the gun. With the rib being further away from the barrel, you have less blockage or more peripheral vision, around the gun. Now, as said, I have got one. I've got an Invictus 1 Ascent that the guys at Caesar Guerini have very kindly supplied me with. But I'm not going to use that one today. I'm going to use this very, very lovely Invictus 2 X demo gun that we have got in the shop at the moment. This is on the website. It is £1,100 less than the RRP at 4,899 quid. So they come in a little bit heavier than most guns. So this one comes in at £8.6, 14 and 7/8 in stock, 30-inch, 3-inch chambered multi-choke, Monte Carlo stock step rib. The main thing that I love about these, first of all, they've gone for that bigger beaver tail style forend. It absolutely feels awesome in the hand. You've got something really nice to get hold of. It is balanced beautifully well. Just on the joint pin, absolutely awesome to shoot. I am looking forward to having a go with this one. Like I said, I moved over to this gun, and obviously I did it for health reasons, because I thought with the issues that I was having with my eye that the more head up, more neutral shooting position would help me. I am not going to lie, I have really, really struggled to come to terms with the different shooting style. It's taken quite a while, however, we have moulded and it does work fantastically, and it does exactly what I needed it to do, which is keep my head in a more neutral position for my eye. So I think the best thing to do is head out and show you guys how awesome they are to shoot.
Ball. Ball. Shame those ones. Ball. Gave it way too much.
So I have waited a while to put this video out because, as I said, it took me such a long time, well, not such a long time, a couple of months just to get used to my new gun. But as I said, there seems to be a lot more people now, sporting-wise, picking up these mid-rib guns, which traditionally people would have used for DTL rather than sporting clays. Obviously, you've got Mr. Speed shooting his Blaser F3 Super Sporting and Mr. Solomon shooting the K80 Pro Rib. There's a reason that people are doing it. And as I've said, it's mainly for the visibility around the gun and that head-up shooting position, ensuring that you are looking out the centre of your eye rather than straining and looking out the top of the eye. Obviously, you're straining the muscles, which means that they're always working harder. That's one of the big things that I've found with this, is that I can go out and shoot 100, 150, 200 clays with this gun, and my eye is not as tired as it would be as shooting a standard flat rib sporter. Now, I tested this out and I took my standard Invictus 1 sporter out the other week with me just to have a quick shot with. And after sort of 50, 60 clays, I could start to feel my eye, or the muscles in the top of my eyelid, starting to tire a little bit. Obviously, as I said, this is a health issue for myself, but that still passes over to everybody else. If the eye is in a more neutral position and you are not straining, you are obviously going to be able to perform at a higher level for longer. That is the theory behind these guns. I mean, I know they're heavier. The downside with some of the Caesars, obviously, because the stocks are quite so dense, the difference in wood, the weight difference can be a bit heavier. I mean, the Invictus 2 that we've got here that's on the website comes in at £8.6, whereas my gun originally came in at about £8.12. I mean, we've drilled 2 big holes in the stock and brought it down to £8.7. So there can be a big variation in the weight difference. I know the Sporter boys are not too bothered about heavier guns, so probably a 30 tends to be a bit more neutral on the balance. I would say the 32s tend to be a little bit more front-handy, but again, it is all dependent on the wood. And that's probably the only downside with these guns, is the difference in the balance due to the wood. I can't find it. I mean, we all know I have a huge, huge soft spot for Caesar Guerinis, and I absolutely love the one. I've shot one now for like the last 3 years. This has been a big change for me. Now, it might not be a big change for a lot of you out there because you'll probably easily adapt to it, used to shooting a higher gun, whereas for me, it has been a fairly big step, but it has been a big step in the right direction for me. The only thing I find difficult now sometimes is picking up lower rib guns or flatter shooting guns. But again, it comes with a job. Obviously, I pick up a number of different guns every day. So it's always going to be difficult getting used to something different every other week. But I think these are becoming more and more popular with the sporting boys for those reasons that we've mentioned. That head-up shooting position and that better visibility around the gun for obviously your pick-up points and your kill points with your targets. I can see them becoming more and more fashionable as such, if that's what you want to call it, and I absolutely love shooting mine. So on that note, thanks for watching this week, guys. We'll be back to you next week with another video. I'd like to take the chance to say a huge, huge thank you to all of our subscribers and viewers, as well as all of our sponsors. None of this would be possible without all of your support. Thank you.